Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to do another PAW Patrol related video. And that's, my friends, as the holiday season looms, we'll discuss the newest special, A PAW Patrol Christmas. This comes out November 28th on CBS and the next day on Paramount Plus in the United States. So anyways, without further ado, let's get to it. So the first thing we see is a Christmas tree right near the lookout, and begins to light up with Mayor Goodway and her nieces and nephews standing next to it. And then we see the pups in shock to see how glorious the tree looks. And they all look adorable in their holiday outfits, I'm not gonna lie. Then we see Sky on a sled, which is pretty nice to watch. And as she is sledding, we see her go faster. And then she jumps off a little ramp and then jumps off the sled. Then we see the other pups just join in the fun. We can see they're having a good time. I really love seeing that. And Sky in the background, after she crashed, that was pretty wholesome to witness. Then we see Marshall and Zuma putting a bow on a Christmas gift, which I think is pretty nice to see. The trailer's looking good so far. Then we go to the Lookout Lounge or lobby, and then we see Chase and Rocky just chilling right next to the stockings with the fireplace background on the screen in the Lookout lobby. We then see Santa's sleigh, and then Rubble's hanging onto it for dear life, and I'm guessing Humdinger's behind all this or something? Then we see presents begin to fall out of Santa's bag, which is obviously not good at all. We can see Rubble using his, his claw, I can't remember what it's called, to slow the sleigh down. And then we see more presents fall behind the sleigh. And it goes to Santa's workshop, and of course, I knew it, Humdinger's behind all this, I believe. He sneaks into Santa's workshop with Santa's bags of gifts with the Kitty-tastic crew. Then we see Ryder and the rest of the gang trying to plan something to stop Humdinger from all of this from happening. I can tell in Rubble's face that he has a pretty bright idea, to be completely honest. And I don't know who this is, probably like the air patroller or something, but I know it's someone. I don't know if it's Sky or anyone else. And then we see Rubble, speaking of Sky, there she is, and then Ryder rushing off to save Christmas. And I think Rubble's the main focus pup. Then we see Santa, Ryder, and Rocky with Sky in her helicopter, and she is just flying to see what's going on. We can tell here that she's really confident because of her facial expression. And I believe she's in the air patroller. I was right. And then we see Marshall do a nice front flip right above, I don't know who that is or someone. Maybe a random person. Then we see Santa's sleigh with his reindeer just fly off into the distance. And then we see Mayor Goodway with Ryder just telling her that it's okay and Christmas will be safe. And then we see all the pups probably on Christmas morning opening their gifts at probably the end of it. And then Rubble is just back there. I don't know what he's doing or something. I don't know. We can see Chase and Zuma just with delight on their facial expressions. You can see their tails wagging, Zuma's delight on his face. And then we see the rest of the pups just having a good time. Yeah, this looks like a really wholesome trailer, to be honest. Brings me great joy because Christmas is one of my favorite times of the year. And then we see all the other pups, I think in Santa's workshop, is jumping around. I don't know what they're doing or anything. Zuma does a twirl in midair. Then we see the pups with the lights on their vehicles is rushing to save Christmas as fast as they could. And that's about wraps up the trailer before the CBS logo, unfortunately. Very interesting trailer indeed. I find it so adorable that towards the end of the trailer you can see Zuma and Chase was surprised to see what they're gonna get for Christmas. However, if you look in the middle right corner, you can see Rubble feeling all alone on Christmas, but we'll just have to find out on the 28th to see what happens. Unfortunately, that's all I have for today about the PAW Patrol Christmas. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you want to see more content related to this. Anyways, this is Brody, Captain Wolf Warrior Studios, signing out, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye.